Welcome back to the stream. Currently it is 5 a.m. my time, and as you guys know, I am very, very disciplined, and I usually wake up around 5 a.m., usually a little bit before. This morning I woke up at 4:30 without an alarm, and I'm full of energy, so I just wanted to do one of these streams because we have plenty to work on. Yesterday, we made a ton of progress on View Creator. So I think this morning, in order to set up for a successful day, what we're going to have to do in this stream is we're going to have to actually push View Creator to production, because we have a lot of updates that need to be pushed. I don't think I've pushed to production in the past couple of days. So I'm going to sort all of that out. We're going to have some feature flag stuff because there's certain aspects of the updates that we've made that don't actually need to be pushed. So there's certain things I'm going to do. There's certain things I'm not going to do. But J35, what's up? Zuhaib, what's up? Kasana, what's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. But yeah, I'm ready to go this morning. So let me drop this here in the chat, and then we'll get started. But yeah, we have plenty to do. So right now, right before I started the stream, what I was working on is I really need to get feature flags set up so that all the work that we did yesterday. I don't know if anybody missed the vibe coding no talking stream yesterday, but guys, if you did, I'm gonna be honest, you missed a lot last night. We made significant progress, and I'm going to show that to you guys just here in a second. But for some reason, my camera over here on the left isn't quite working. Peter said, how many terminals do you run concurrently while vibe coding? It just depends, but I can do up to 8, but it does depend on just what task I'm working on. Like if I have a bunch of tasks that I can work on at the same time, then I will. But if not, then there's no need for it. But right now, we're just going to be getting everything ready for production. Yeah, J35, let's go. We grinding from 6 to 6. Silent Spectre, what's good? Good morning. It's 11 a.m. for you. Love from Rwanda. Love from the United States of America. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm going to be getting my morning started off right. Still going to be streaming normally today. I do have to go to Purdue, but that's okay. I'm going to start a poll here if you liked the video or not. But let's see here. So I just started this. One more that we need to get started up. But I want to show you guys what we accomplished yesterday, because yesterday was probably one of the biggest breakthrough days that we've had in the project so far. I'm not even kidding. Probably the biggest breakthrough that we've had. So I want to show you guys what we did, because it's incredible. So inside of View Creator now, I can now completely manage all of my YouTube accounts from inside of View Creator. So if I go to connected accounts here, you can see that I've connected BridgeMind and then I've connected View Creator, which are 2 YouTube channels that I own and operate, right? So I can now go to YouTube tools, and what's incredible, yeah, 2 bug reports too. So I'm gonna be solving those bug reports, and then I'm gonna be pushing. But what's incredible is that we made, it was the biggest breakthrough day that we've had, with the entire project so far. DevRealm asked, is Pro Plan enough for Cursor? It depends what you're working on. It wouldn't be enough for me, but it could be enough for you. Comcoin, what's up? W, let's go. So you can go to YouTube Tools page, and I want to draw your guys' attention to 4 distinct things, okay? So there's now comments. So I can now go here, and I can manage comments from inside of View Creator. Now, with that being said, hold on. It looks like there's some sort of issue, actually, because that was working last night when what about this one? All right, hold on. Something must have gotten gunked up here. Let's try an npm run build. Okay. Interesting. Hold on, this was working last night, so it's weird. Well, let me show you something that is working. It looks like the, okay, well, let's go over here. Okay, so something got messed up, but that's all right, we'll fix it. So now, if I go over here, you guys can see that I can manage YouTube videos from inside of View Creator. So here's my BridgeMind account, and I can change accounts from between View Creator to BridgeMind, and you can see that it renders in all of my information. So even, for example, here, oh man, we must have gunked up a decent amount. I don't know how we did that. Hold on. Well, let's fix that. Let me change the lighting in here. 1 second, guys. For some reason, this is not working, so let me get it working. There we go. All right. Yeah, the backend API server is running. You know what I did, and actually I remember what did it now. When I was updating the some of the Facebook endpoints, because after we got all this working, we also had an issue with we changed up some of the API endpoints. So I think this is gonna be an easy fix. Oh man, all my stuff is like frozen this morning. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. There we go. All right. Cameras are bugging out on me, I guess. It's all right. Yusuf, this is actually bridge music. So the music that you guys are listening to, I actually made using AI. Here's the playlist. Yeah, go sub to that channel. So it looks like we just have some issues here. I'm going to do this, but this needs to be fixed. Your updates to the API endpoints impacted some functionality. Review this page and fix this error I am getting on the page. So now I'm going to drop this in. Yeah, this is what did it. It's restoring the missing YouTube API endpoints that were removed. So it removed some API endpoints, and in that process, some functionality was impacted. So there we go. Yeah, I remember when it did that. SysInt said that he vibe coded a microcontroller simulator. Let's go. Okay, so now, back to what I was kind of showing you guys. So no YouTube account connected. What is going on? Nice thing about Composer 1 is that you can iterate so fast that it's just an incredible model. All right, there we go. So now if I go to vibe coding at 5 a.m., I can add tags. So I can do like vibe coding, I can do coding, I can do AI, I can do indie dev, you know, all these things that are gonna help you as a creator. You can change the thumbnail. So what's gonna end up happening with View Creator is, you know, all of the functionality that we've built up to this point has really just been an MVP to build out what View Creator is going to end up looking like. So for example, you know, YouTube thumbnails, right? The ability to create YouTube thumbnails. This ultimately is going to go away. Not the tool, not the feature, but this as a separate tool. I mean, maybe we may keep it just for people that, want to use it as such a good tool. But what it's going to end up turning into is you're going to be able to go over to this page, and based on this page, you're going to be able to just at the click of a button generate the thumbnail, and it's already going to have the title and the description as reference. So yeah, Yusuf, seriously. So I just can't believe how good that this has turned out and how fast we were able to actually implement this functionality, because it's incredible. So here's the stream from yesterday, so I can make updates to the description as needed, save changes. And as a creator, this is incredibly helpful. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is the commenting functionality. So now you can go over to the comments, and it's working again since I fixed it. But so let's go over to BridgeMind and let's see some of the comments that I got since yesterday, okay? So there's 14 comments that need to reply, and then there's 80 comments that I could take a look at, but there's 14 that need to be replied to. This person said, wow, I never knew how this is how vibe coding works. So I can now click reply, and I have an option to reply. I can reply with a custom comment, obviously, but also I can just have AI generate the comment for me. So if I just want to say, generate a friendly response, I can just click AI generate. And glad you found it interesting. Vibe coding can be such a cool and immersive experience. If you have any questions or want to see more of this style, let me know. And I can send that off, and it replied. And J35 said, how much does it cost for using these APIs like YouTube and Metagraph to schedule posts, etc.? I was thinking if we offer this service as free and upsell the AI tools, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is, J35, what you're seeing is View Creator is going to be a tool that's going to end up, people are going to pay $500 a month for this tool. And this is going to be probably a revolutionary product for social media marketing. And you guys have seen it from the start. But what we've accomplished and where we are now taking the product is a place that I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to do something truly revolutionary with this product. And yesterday was just such a breakthrough in that direction that I'm just insanely locked in. So now, again, publishing and scheduling, obviously this all works. Yeah, Silent Spectre, thank you. But also there's some analytics. The analytics aren't like super helpful. But it's just like your normal analytics. Failed to fetch revenue. Oh, I must not have the have that. Okay, so then where I left off, and we're not going to work with it a ton because we actually need to push this to production. Okay, guys, we need to push this code to production this morning. So we're going to solve a few more bugs, and then we're going to push everything to production. But we also did connect Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to be able to do the same exact thing that we've done with YouTube. And we're going to be able to do it with Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. We're going to be able to do it relatively quickly. And what's crazy is, if you guys remember, where we left off yesterday we were talking about maybe pivoting and just going directly to a third party. And then we made a huge breakthrough. And it's like, that's why you stay in the arena, guys. That's why you just show up every day and keep working hard. SysInt said, I don't know if I already read J30. I read J35's question myself. Yeah, I already read that one. Sys said I used a regular Claude AI, not Max, and regular ChatGPT, not Pro, to create ChatGPT 5 to review and polish the code, though the limits did run out quickly. Yeah. Yeah. So what I want to do now is, now that this is working again, I just had to polish it up. I think we're ready to deploy to production. We need to do that this morning. If we want to make today successful, we're going to have to push to production, because we've had some local code that's been running for a couple days now. So I'm now going to do a / command and do, the W, no, not this one, npm run build, at view creator, creator UI. And then I'm also going to launch another agent, and I'm going to run the same thing. So this is a / command that makes it easy to be able to push everything. And then Pass said you like the new camera angle. Thank you. Sis said, is the UI also created by AI? Looked good and polished. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Everything you see it was created with AI. Yusuf said, I don't know if you have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, but there is a song called Leaves from the Vine. Could you make something like that? Probably. Yeah, the AI for music gen is insane. J35 said, with this progress, bro, step in Purdue like a king. Yeah. Today, it's nice. I only have to go for about an hour, but it is an hour away from where I live, so I'm going to be... Oh, the music is a bit loud. Oh, yeah, it is loud. Sorry about that. Thank you, Sakim. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to now do some feature flag stuff. So all of the logic associated with the YouTube tools for publishing, analytics, managing videos, comments, and captions needs to have a feature flag on it, because it should not be available in production yet. We want to test it locally in development and work on it in development, but in production, it needs to have a feature flag on it and not be shown. Same thing with connected accounts. It should say coming soon in production and not allow users to interact with the UI in development. I'm pretty sure we already have a Node env set up. So, I mean, there should be no need to... check here. Yeah. Tony, what's up? Yeah, 5 a.m. is back. Let's go. B-Job, how's it going? Welcome back. Bowen, I think we're up to 1,200 and something. All right, feature flag. Guard here. All right, guys, I'm going to grab another cup of coffee. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Tony asked, how's Composer doing? Oh, it's incredible. Composer is amazing. Sakim asked, do you have a team that you work with? Watching your videos has changed my views about vibe coding. Ultimately, you know, we're going to grow a really big team at BridgeMind of developers and vibe coders. Right now, it's just me on the coding front. Okay, so let's test this out. So if you guys didn't know how feature flags work, how they work is you can hide certain features. So I'm going to now change that environment variable to production. And just said that it reloaded. Yeah, so I just changed it to production. And what you can see now is all of that functionality just disappeared, okay? So you can't click any of these buttons. So how that works is just in my back end, and I can actually show you guys the EMVs here. They're public anyway. So, but yeah, so how that works is in my EMV, I just set next public EMV, and if it's set to production, then it's going to show all of this information, right? Because, hey, in production, you are not going to be allowed to use these features, okay? But if I change it back to development, everything goes light, and if we go back to the YouTube tools page, you can see that now all of that functionality is back, which is great. I wonder what happens. Is this page guarded, though? Like if I do production on this page. Yeah, coming soon. Wow, so that's fantastic. Okay. All right, so that is done. And I believe we're good to go. Gayern, how's it going? XLI, what's up? It's 2:30 there. I guess I'm not going back to bed. Oh my gosh. It's 12:21 in Finland. Wow. We've gone global, guys. All right. So, I mean, that's fine. I think we're at a place where we're ready to push. What I do want to do, though, is I do want to do some code reviews on the back end real quick. So what is this? Oh, that's not the... Okay. Hold up. So I'm going to CD into the View Creator API, and I'm going to use codecs. The Awakened, how's it going? All right, so I think we're ready, guys. I think we're ready to deploy. Because a lot of the bugs that we're seeing in the hackathon, I think a lot of them at this point actually are solved. Like the one about the credits, I don't know if J35's here, but the one about the credits, I'm like 99% sure that that's already solved. So we're gonna need to take a look at that here. So all this deploying to the dev branch. Did we actually run these? Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Johnny Shirt said, off topic, do you think vibe coding will be big in gaming? Like there will be a lot more games in the future? Probably. Yeah. Probably. Mindbabble said the contrast of watching this guy and Twitter grifters yap about being rich with all the fake elaborate supercars and houses. Yeah. Prasad said, how do we add browser like you did in Cursor? And also, does it analyze the browser like I want to change the UI? So will the agents here analyze my UI and make changes accordingly? Yeah, so I'll show you guys how to do that. So in Cursor, with the Cursor 2.0 update, I love what they did with this browser tool. So all you have to do to connect with the browser, actually, let me just do a close. I'm going to close all these so you guys can see how it works. So if I close all, you can open up this by just toggling connect to browser here and then selecting the browser tab. And when you do that, it launches this. We have a refresh error here. That's fine. But then you have full access to this new browser, okay? And to answer your question, like, hey, can the AI now see your browser? When you click connect to browser, it can see your browser. And you can even click this select element. And if you need to make any changes to a specific element in your HTML, or in this case, the TSX, you can do that. So it's very, very nice. Warren, how's it going? Good morning. All right, so I'm gonna go to GitHub and we're gonna go over to the View Creator organization and we're gonna go to our repositories and we're gonna take a look at all of this and we're gonna start pushing to production here. So let's make a pull request here. Good morning, Maxiologies. What's up? All right, so let's pull this. So we are pushing to production right now. So this is kind of a, what has it been? It's been probably a couple days since we pushed to production. All right, so there the API goes. Now for the creator UI. Sakim, in our case, it is. Zeke, let's go. Okay, so the biggest one that I want to keep a close eye on here is the database. So when this one goes up, I want to take a very, watch it closely. This workflow run here is very critical. All right, looks like these did run successfully, yeah. Nice. So now we have to check the API and see if that's running. It doesn't look like that pushed up correctly. It must have failed tests. Did it fail tests? I'm assuming it failed tests. Let's see. Yeah. So we're going to fix these tests and then we're going to deploy. I'm assuming that we're going to be missing some key environment variables that we'll fix, but Maxiology is nice. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked the stream and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, there's a link to the Discord in the description down below. If you haven't joined the BridgeMine community, make sure you do that. All right, so let's run npm run test again. I'm assuming it's running, but yeah, there we go. Kane, how's it going? It's good on this end. We're pushing to production right now, so we have 2 workflows going up. This one to production is what we're keeping an eye on, and then we're going to test some things in production. SysInt said, how much do you work on your projects daily? I have a full-time job, so I don't have much time to work on my project, unfortunately. Yeah, this is my full-time job, so as you guys know, I did drop out. I was in my final semester at Purdue as a senior, and once everything started to take off here, I decided to drop out and focus on this fully. And I had to withdraw from some of my classes, but I'm actually working with a couple of my professors at Purdue, and they are working with me. They know that I run a business, and they've offered to give me credit as long as I can show up like at specific intervals. So I actually have to go up to Purdue today to meet with some professors, and they're going to give me credit for the class because they know that, basically I'm running a business, I mean, they're like, yeah. They were like, we're really pulling for you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. I was like, all right. But I do have to go up there today. Sakeem, I do not have a blog for that. Akane, yeah, I want to finish my degree, but it's not going to happen this semester. It's I definitely had to decide, hey, do I want to be able to show up every day and work every single day, or do I want to have 3 days of the week where I'm literally gone, right? And that was the decision that I had to make. And, nobody agreed with me. Nobody thought it was a good idea, but I had to pull the trigger on it. But eventually I will finish my degree just because I have like less than 10 credit hours left. That's how close I am. So it wouldn't make sense not to finish the degree, right? So kill the task. We're going to import 3001. Silent Spectre said, crazy, even professors helping you, that's respect. Yeah, 100%. I mean, one of my professors, I'm not kidding, and I have to do it today too. Man, the API failed to deploy again. Let's take a look at what's going on. But this is a funny story. I think okay, hold on here. Why is this failing to push to production? Review and fix. But yeah, so this is funny. So I went to Purdue 2 weeks ago, and when I go up to Purdue, I have to I literally have to process EMV. Interesting. All right, I'll see a Silent Spectrum. So, yeah, I went up to Purdue, and I had to take some exams. But the thing is I don't do any studying. I don't go to class. So the exam, I'm in this like high-level finance, corporate finance class at Purdue, right? And I took the exam off the dome, and I totally bombed it, right? Like I didn't know any of the material. And the professor walks in the room, and he's like, hey, what'd you get on the exam? And I was like, I told him what I got, and I totally bombed it. I got like a 35%, right? And he was like, don't worry about it, man. You're going to pass the class. He was like, I'm going to pass you. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because they know that, I'm working. Like I've started my own business, and it's obviously it has some progress. So let's see here. So Sis says, having a degree is a good idea, even if it's not useful for your job. It can be useful somewhere else. Example for visa to another country. Yes, yeah. XLI said less than 10 credits is like 3 classes, 1 semester. You got this, bro. Yeah, I'm going to finish it in 2026. That's the plan. But I'll probably do everything virtually. Zenzoth, sorry, I missed your initial chat. Is YouTube as your growth channel working for your SaaS? Yeah, I mean, the YouTube channel is a great growth driver, at least for getting people to use it, right? Yeah, Zuhaib, it hits different, doesn't it? Okay. So let's run an npm run test just to confirm. All right, let's try this again. Morning, Sennheiser. Kane said, I hope that OpenAI will do another Shipmas in December. I'm so hyped. Yeah. Yeah, Kane, I love living in this time as well. Yeah, that was crazy last year. What they shipped what, like 02? Was it 02 that they shipped during Shipmas? Right? I think it was 02 that they shipped at the end there. I don't have experience in fintech. All right, so let's go back to those workflows. I actually have to make another pull request, so. Man, this is just such an incredible feature, guys. Zohaib, I've gotten a ton of sponsorship offers. So, as you guys know, sponsorships are a huge thing for somebody that's in my situation, right? And what I've decided to do is that I'm not taking any sponsorships. I don't want to be a content creator. I'm just focused on the mission. I'm just focused on the businesses. And I've received offers for $5,000 for sponsors, and I've turned them down. I'm just completely uninterested because I don't want to turn into a walking ad. Tech with him asked, is Cursor continuously pushing code for you to GitHub whenever you ask him to do coding changes? So it doesn't push it to GitHub. I have to do that manually. Or at least I do it manually. I don't have anything in my rules to push it. You can make it so that it pushes automatically. I personally don't. But yeah, right now we have a workflow that's going up. Let's check this workflow and see how it's doing, because this is the workflow we need. This is the last thing that needs to be pushed to production. So. gonna book an appointment to this cold plunge place this morning. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I've talked about it a little bit. There's this place that does cold plunges, and it's incredible. So I'm about to book an appointment. Yeah, check with him. I'm directly doing it via the GitHub. Literally on GitHub. Alright, so I have an appointment at the cold plunge place at 7 a.m. Sis, it's all done by AI. And I just created a styling guide and used Claude's probably the best model for styling. But yeah, I have an appointment at this place at 7 a.m. Probably work out here soon. Once this gets pushed, and just test some things, make sure everything's good. Alright, this did deploy. Okay. Oh, jeez, okay. Alright, hold on, guys. Warren, I'm doing sensitive stuff right now. I can't show you the screen. Sorry. Alright, so I do have a bug. Nice. Okay. Con, how's it going? Ariga said, do you have friends in real life? Yeah, I've got friends, but I don't hang out with a bunch of people just because, I mean, I'm 23 years old. I have, I don't know a ton of people in my space that are doing the same thing as I am, and I don't really, right now, at least for my life, I'm not really trying to hang out with a bunch of friends and, you know, spend time with other people. I'm just trying to work and grind and make progress. Yeah, sis. Same. Okay. So I did have an issue with some of the security updates that I did, but I just patched them, so updates coming in on the front end here. Perfect. All right, hold on, still working, then we'll fix this. All right, this should be good. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it, sis. Oh, I just realized that you guys can't see my screen. There's nothing that you really need to see on the screen, though. All right, so these are all pushed. This should fix our error, and everything should deploy successfully. So I do need to go to the gym, and then I have a cold plunge appointment. So I'm going to end the stream here. I just wanted to do a quick 5 a.m. session to get everything deployed to production, and it looks like we're good. So I will see you guys later today.